नमस्कार, बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है गाइस आपके अपने ही चैनल की एफसीएस और स्पोर्ट्स बिट पर गाइस। आज का जो टॉपिक है, आज हम बात करेंगे साउथ अफ्रीका वर्सेस न्यूजीलैंड डे 1 जो कि हो चुका है और डे 2 भी स्टार्ट हो जाएगा। डे 1 में बात करेंगे कि न्यूजीलैंड साउथ अफ्रीका ने कौन-सा कैसा रहा दिन और कौन-सी टीम का पलड़ा भारी रहा उसके बारे में बात करेंगे। उसके साथ के साथ फिर हम बात करेंगे डेविड वार्नर जिनका लास्ट टी20 इंटरनेशनल गेम जो कि उन्होंने अपने ग्राउंड में खेला और किस तरह का दिन रहा वेस्ट इंडीज वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया का उसकी भी बात करेंगे। सबसे पहले स्टार्ट करते हैं न्यूजीलैंड वर्सेस साउथ अफ्रीका डे 1 रिव्यू से। डे 1 कैसा रहा और डे 1 को अगर मैं कुल मिला के सम अप करूँ तो मैं कहूँगा कि साउथ अफ्रीका की टीम के लिए ओके ओके वाला दिन रहा। पहले 2 सेशंस में कहूँ तो न्यूजीलैंड के लिए बढ़िया रहे, वहीं साउथ अफ्रीका की टीम ने एट द एंड लास्ट सेशन में जाके अच्छी वापसी की है। तो बात करते हैं प्रॉपर स्कोर कार्ड के साथ कि क्या स्कोर रहा है, फिर उस हिसाब से हम डीप एनालिसिस करते हैं कि कौन से खिलाड़ी ने किस तरह का परफॉर्मेंस किया है। अगर मैं बात करूं सबसे पहले टॉस पे बहुत सारी चीज़ें देखने को मिली और सरप्राइज कुछ कॉल्स थे जो कि दोनों टीम्स ने लिए और टॉस जीत के बैटिंग का फैसला किया साउथ अफ्रीका की टीम ने। और साउथ अफ्रीका की टीम के स्क्वाड की बात करें तो उन्होंने चेंजेस किए। वॉन मर्ग और डी पेरेट को मौका मिला, मोरे और ओलिवर को उन्होंने ड्रॉप किया। और जब आप हार होती है तो आप ड्रॉप भी करते हैं जो कि ऑब्वियस था। और फिर भी ये टीम जो है वो कुछ खास नज़र नहीं आ रही है। बी फेयर मतलब आपके सीनियर प्लेयर्स अवेलेबल नहीं है जो मेन खेलते हैं इस अफ्रीका टीम के सेटअप में, वो अवेलेबल नहीं है। फिर भी ये टीम कुछ वैसी नज़र नहीं आ रही थी। वहीं न्यूजीलैंड की बात करें तो न्यूजीलैंड ने सेंटनर और काइल जेमिसन को ड्रॉप किया, मतलब एक ऑलराउंडर को ड्रॉप किया, एक फास्ट बॉलर को ड्रॉप किया और लेकर आए वैगनर को और विलियम और उर्की को लेके आए। तो एक और फास्ट बॉलर आप लेके आए, स्पिनर को आपने ड्रॉप किया और ये एक एक्सीलेंट आप कह सकते हैं कि स्ट्रैटेजी है। टीम सऊदी की कैप्टनसी में मैंने बहुत बार ये चीज़ें देखी है कि वो रिसोर्सेज का बड़ा अच्छा इस्तेमाल करते हैं। मतलब अगर उन्हें ये पता लग जाए कि किस खिलाड़ी की क्या यूटिलिटी है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग चीज़ें करते हैं। तो उन्होंने रचित रविंदर को सेंटनर वाला रोल दिया और एग्जैक्टली रचित रविंदर ने वो परफॉर्म भी किया, 3 विकेट्स चटकाए। तो ये होती है कैप्टनसी और यही रीज़न है कि आप देख सकते हैं केन विलियमसन के होने के बाद भी अब टीम सऊदी जो है टीम की कप्तानी कर रहे हैं। और क्या ज़बरदस्त कप्तानी, आप सिलेक्शन देखिए उनका, किस तरह से उन्होंने एक और फास्ट बॉलर लेके आए और एक स्पिनर आपने रचित रविंद्र को प्रॉपर टाइम दिया, आप बॉलिंग करिए। और एज अ सेंटनर आप कह सकते हैं कि एज अ सेंटनर का रिप्लेसमेंट आप कह सकते हैं रचित रविंद्र को। और रचित रविंद्र ने आज 3 विकेट चटकाए। रचित रविंद्र की बात करें तो जो विकेट्स उन्हें मिली है वो है बैडिंगम की, कीगान पीटरसन की और जुबेर हामजा। तीनों के तीनों विकेट्स वो विकेट्स हैं जिन्होंने टेस्ट मैच में एक्सपीरियंस है, जो इस सीरीज से पहले कम से कम 5-6 टेस्ट मैच तो जरूर खेल चुके हैं। तो मतलब टेस्ट मैच की शक्ल उन्होंने देखी है, टेस्ट मैच में उन्होंने बैटिंग की है अफ्रीका के लिए। वो तीनों के तीनों बहुत अहम विकेट उन्होंने चटकाए, जिसका आप बता सकते हैं, आप कह सकते हैं कि 101 पर 5 आउट हो चुके थे। ये हालात थे टीम के। 150 पे 6 हो जाते हैं, लेकिन उसके बाद जो ज़बरदस्त बल्लेबाजी होती है वो काबिल तारीफ। अगर मैं बैटिंग ऑर्डर की बात करूं तो नील ब्रांड ने 25 रन बनाए। नील ब्रांड के लिए मैं ये कहूंगा कि पहला टेस्ट 6 विकेट जरूर लिए, लेकिन अपने स्टार्ट को कन्वर्ट नहीं कर पाए और स्टार्ट को कन्वर्ट करना चाहिए था। 25 रन बनाए उन्होंने। फॉर्च्यून आउट हो गए पहली ही गेंद पे, गोल्डन डक। उनका विकेट मैट हेनरी ने लिया। वैन टॉन्डर को भी स्टार्ट मिला, 32 रन उन्होंने भी बनाए, लेकिन बड़ी इनिंग्स में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर पाए। जुबेर हामजा ने 20 रन बनाए, जुबेर हामजा भी जल्दी आउट हो गए। बैटिंगम को 39 रन्स, 102 गेंदे, काफी समय इन्होंने भी स्पेंड किया, लेकिन ये भी बड़ी इनिंग्स नहीं खेल पाए। उसके बाद आपके कीगन पीटरसन, जिनसे मुझे लगता है पूरी अफ्रीका की टीम को सबसे ज्यादा किसी से उम्मीद थी, वो कीगन पीटरसन थे कि वो रन्स बनाते, उनके इर्द गिर्द पार्टनरशिप्स चलती। लेकिन कीगन पीटरसन जल्दी आउट हो गए और क्रेडिट आपको देना पड़ेगा रचित रविंदर। और रचित रविंदर को प्रॉपर बॉलिंग कराने का, पूरी तरह से यूटिलाइज करने का क्रेडिट आपको टीम सऊदी को देना पड़ेगा। तो ये जबरदस्त कैप्टनसी है और ये दिखाता है कि न्यूजीलैंड की टीम जो है वो कितनी शानदार तरीके से वो टेस्ट क्रिकेट में युवाओं को मौका दे रही है और युवा भी बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त परफ़ॉर्मेंस कर रहे हैं और रचित रविंद्र का इस तरह का परफ़ॉर्मेंस इंडिकेट कर रहा है कि कहीं न कहीं न्यूज़ीलैंड की टीम रिप्लेसमेंट्स तैयार कर रही है मिशेल सेंटनर की, कि इन केस कभी मिशेल सेंटनर अवेलेबल नहीं होते हैं टीम के लिए, तो आपके पास रचित रविंद्र हैं, जो बल्लेबाज़ी के साथ-साथ गेंदबाज़ी भी कर सकते हैं। रचित रविंद्र की बल्लेबाज़ी हमने देखी पहले टेस्ट मैच में जिन्होंने 240 रन बनाए थे। वहीं दूसरे मैच में अभी पहली इनिंग में 3 विकेट ले चुके हैं और हू नोज़ कि वो 2 विकेट और ले लेते हैं तो उनका फाइफर भी हो सकता है टेस्ट मैच में। तो ये बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त। वहीं अब मैं बात पार्टनरशिप की, क्योंकि 220 रन हो चुके हैं अफ्रीका के, 150 पे 6 था और एट द एंड डे एंड पे अगर आप 220 पर 6 आते हैं, तो मैं समझता हूँ ये बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है और बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है। मैं समझता हूँ कि ये अ, एग्ज़ाम्पल है उन सारे बैट्समैन के लिए जिन्होंने स्टार्ट तो किया लेकिन स्टार्ट को कन्वर्ट नहीं कर पाए। रुआन डी स्टुअर्ट की बात कर रहा हूँ जिन्होंने 55 रन्स बनाए 135 बॉलों में और वॉन वर्ग भी 34 रन्स पे खेल रहे हैं। तो वॉन वर्ग को आज मौका मिला एज़ बॉलिंग ऑलराउंडर आप कह सकते हैं, बैटिंग इनका पेशा नहीं है, बैटिंग इतनी ख़ास करते नहीं हैं, लेकिन आज बैटिंग हुई है। तो वॉन मर्ग और डी स्वॉट की बात करूं, अगर ये दोनों खिलाड़ी और आगे खेलते हैं, मैं समझता हूँ 220 रन अभी है। अगर आप 350 तक अगर अफ्रीका पहुंच जाती है तो ये टेस्ट मैच थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा। वहीं न्यूजीलैंड की टीम क्या चाहेगी कि बचे हुए 4 विकेट जो है बहुत जल्द से जल्द निकाले जाए। और बॉलिंग फिगर्स की बात करूं तो मैट हेनरी को 1 विकेट और नील वैगनर 1 विकेट और रचित रविंद्र 3 विकेट। तो रचित रविंद्र की फाइफर की उम्मीद कर सकते हैं। डे 2 में अफ्रीका की टीम 220 पर 6, 150 पर 6 थे। वहां से पार्टनरशिप अनबीटन चल रही है। मैं अनबीटन पार्टनरशिप की बात करूं तो ये 70 रन की पार्टनरशिप हो चुकी है दोनों के बीच में। तो देखने वाली बात रहेगी क्या अफ्रीका की टीम यहाँ से 100 रन और जोड़ सकती है। अगर यहाँ से 100 120 रन जोड़ते हैं तो शायद ये टेस्ट मैच थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग रहने वाला है। ये बड़ा ही इंटरेस्टिंग मैच होगा। सो बात तो करनी होगी इसके बारे में। तो अब देखते हैं किस तरह से ये मैच आगे बढ़ता है। अगर ये इतने रन्स बना लेती है अफ्रीका की टीम तो मुझे लगता है ये टेस्ट मैच इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा। अदरवाइज न्यूजीलैंड ये मैच वन साइडेड जीत रही है और वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप के टेबल में और भी तगड़ी पोजीशन में होगी। विनिंग परसेंटेज में इंक्रीमेंट जरूर होगा। हमारे साथ है आलोक। और आलोक कह रहे हैं, आलोक कैसे हैं आप? कह रहे हैं मैच है परसों। बिल्कुल आलोक, मैं समझ रहा हूँ आप किस मैच की बात कर रहे हैं, उसके बारे में मैं ज़रूर बात करूँगा। अब हम बात करते हैं आज का बहुत ही हिस्टोरिकल गेम वेस्ट इंडीज़ की ओर से। मैं कहूँगा ये बहुत ही हिस्टोरिकल विन है और हिस्टोरिकल विन है डैरेन सैमी के लिए, क्योंकि देखिए केन विल पहले मैं कमेंट ही लेता हूँ फिर बात करते हैं वेस्ट इंडीज के लिए। केन विलियमसन क्या ही कंसिस्टेंट प्लेयर है, क्या ही आदमी यार, बंदा इतना कूल कैसे रह लेता है। आलोक कहते हैं ना कि हर प्लेयर का एक तरीका होता है गेम को देखने का, एक कूलनेस होती है। अब हर एक में अलग-अलग क्वालिटीज़ होती है हर प्लेयर की। मुझे लगता है कि केन विलियमसन स्पेशल है और जो कूल काम रहते हैं एक्चुअली रियल लाइफ में भी अगर जो कूल काम होते हैं ना तो उनको सक्सेस मिलती है देर-सवेर। सो मैं समझता हूँ केन विलियमसन एक बहुत बड़ा एग्ज़ाम्पल है कि आप कूल काम नेचर के हो तो आप बड़ी इनिंग्स खेल सकते हैं अपनी लाइफ में हो या क्रिकेट में। सो वो बहुत बड़ा एग्जांपल है केन विलियमसन। केन विलियमसन इज़ वन ऑफ द ग्रेट। टॉप 4 में अगर फैब 4 की हम बात करूँ तो जो रूट के बाद मुझे केन विलियमसन सबसे अच्छे लगते हैं। ओके, अब चलते हैं हिस्टोरिकल विन। बात करते हैं वेस्ट इंडीज़ की टीम। और वेस्ट इंडीज़ टीम की मैं बात करूं तो क्या ज़बरदस्त बल्लेबाजी की, आज मज़ा आ गया। आंद्रे रसल, सरफन रदरफोर्ड वो इस तरह से बल्लेबाजी कर रहे थे, ऐसा लग रहा था केकेआर के लिए आईपीएल का ऑडिशन दे रहे हैं। आईपीएल की तैयारी कर रहे हैं केकेआर के लिए कि जब हम आएंगे तो इस तरह से ताबड़तोड़ पारी खेलने वाले हैं दोनों के दोनों। बताना चाहूँगा रदरफोर्ड ने क्या ज़बरदस्त बल्लेबाज़ी की है और आज ऑस्ट्रेलिया को जिस तरह से हराया है, मैं वेस्ट इंडीज से यही कहना चाहूंगा कि आप 2 मैचों से क्यों बॉलिंग कर रहे थे? अगर आपकी बैटिंग इतनी शानदार है, आप अच्छी बल्लेबाजी करके बाद में डिफेंड कर सकते थे, तो क्यों 2 मैचों से एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे थे? वेस्ट इंडीज टीम की मैं बात करूं तो चार्ल्स 4 रन बनाकर आउट हुए, मेयर्स को आज मौका मिला, 11 रन पे आउट हो गए, पूरन सस्ते में आउट हुए। रॉस्टन चेज ने कोशिश जरूर की, 20 बॉल में 37 रन, लेकिन रॉस्टन चेज के जाने के बाद जो ताबड़तोड़ पारी खेली सरफन रदरफोर्ड और रसल ने, बहुत ही जबरदस्त। सरफन रदरफोर्ड ने 40 गेंदों में 67 रन बनाए। वहीं रसल की बात करूं तो 29 बॉल्स में 71। और आश्चर्य नहीं है, रसल ऐसी पारी कितनी बार खेल चुके होंगे अपने करियर में, ये तो कोई आश्चर्य नहीं है। आज बहुत ही जबरदस्त बल्लेबाजी हुई रसल की, और आज मैंने देखा दोनों की पार्टनरशिप बड़े क्लोज से। अगर मैं बात करूं तो दोनों ने मिल के एक ओके, आलोक क्या कह रहे हैं? हार के आलोक जीत चुकी है, वेस्ट इंडीज की टीम जीत चुकी है, सीरीज हार गई है वो अलग बात है। ठीक है आलोक। ओके, तो यहाँ पे मैं एक बार कैलकुलेट करके बता देता हूँ आपको कितने रन्स की पार्टनरशिप थी ये। 139 रन्स की पार्टनरशिप थी। शर्फन रदरफोर्ड और रसल ने 139 रन्स की पार्टनरशिप की है, और बहुत ही जबरदस्त थी यहाँ पर। और बहुत ही अच्छी पार्टनरशिप थी अंदर रसल और रदरफोर्ड के लिए। मेरे साथ एक कृष्णा, इनसे बात करते हैं। हेलो कृष्णा, कैसे हैं आप?
हेलो कुणाल भाई।
जी, कृष्णा, आपने आज का गेम देखा क्या? आपने हाइलाइट्स देखी एक बार भी? रसल और जिस तरह से सरफन रदरफोर्ड ने आज पार्टनरशिप की, ताबड़तोड़ चौके छक्के लगे।
जी बिल्कुल मैंने देखा, मैंने लाइव पूरा देखा पहला बॉल से तो अच्छा, लेकिन वेस्ट इंडीज की जो स्टार्टिंग में जो कोलैप्स थी वो मुझे ऐसा लगा वेस्ट इंडीज हार जाएगी, लेकिन रसल और शर्तफोर्ड ने गेम चेंज कर दिया। और मतलब इतना ऐसा लगा नहीं था रसल इतना बड़ी पारी खेलेंगे, क्योंकि वो भी बैट से कुछ आउट ऑफ फॉर्म लग रहे थे और बॉलिंग से भी वो बहुत रन लीक कर रहे थे। तो ये अनबिलीवेबल नॉक था रसल का, गेम चेंज कर दिया उन्होंने शतरफुट के साथ। तो ये पार्टनरशिप मतलब क्या ही बोले, मतलब एकदम आज वेस्ट इंडीज रसल पूरा आज मूड में खेल रहे थे। जैसा वो एडीकेआर के लिए इतना अच्छा नहीं खेलते, मतलब उनका परफॉर्मेंस इतना खास नहीं रहा था एडीकेआर के लिए। दैट्स व्हाई आई थॉट, but for West Indies, he proved today that he can be a best finisher for West Indies. And उन्होंने अच्छी पारी भी खेली, और Rutherford means what a great innings by him also. So to stand up with Russell and play that innings till the end, because West Indies they were down the barrel. They were 17 and for 5. They lost their half sides in first 15 overs. So after that, Russell and Shetaford took the game away from Australia. So, and I feel Roman Powell should have batted first in first two games as well, because
यस।
in Australia, every time you're chasing can't help you to win games. You have to bat first and defend totals as well. So, as you saw, Australia also defended the total in first two games by posting big total. If West Indies could have batted in first two games and posted 200 plus total, then Australia would have been pressure while chasing. That you can see today, while when Australia were chasing, means when Warner and Marsh gave a good start, but still the middle order means in the chase pressure they crumbled. So I feel batting first in Australia is a big means it's a good decision, I feel.
Okay, so Krishna, can we say that KKR will be very happy to see both the players, Sharf and Rutherford, picked by Gambhir in this auction also? Russell is always there, so they are very happy to see the partnership that yes, KKR is ready now.
Yeah, but Rutherford can't play in KKR's 11 because you have
Come
already
on,
four
why
overseas,
not?
right? Are
Why not?
Kunal bhai, you have Mitchell Stark who will play. Definitely he will play. He's big by.
Okay,
Russell will definitely play. Nareen will play, and Gurbaz will play. So four overseas
yeah.
are done, right?
Tell me, let me tell you. Narayan is a conditional player. Okay, if I talk about KKR, means condition wise, you can put Narayan out of the context because every time you don't need spinner. Okay, so it is all about pitch report. But let's see, we will talk it about it later. So first, Rahul, welcome back. So many
Yes.
people are missing you. He's saying,
Yeah.
where was
Sorry.
Rahul?
Yeah. Been busy last few days. Finally, was able to come back today.
Yeah. Okay, so Rahul, you watched the match today. Very historical win for West Indies. Since
Uh,
11, they won the first game in T20 against Australia. At that time, 2011, Darren Sammy was captain. Now Darren Sammy is a coach, and West Indies win it.
yeah. Actually, West Indies defeated Australia in the 2012 T20 World Cup in the
2011.
semi-final. 2012. Oh,
2011.
it was.
2011 in Australia. In Australia. I'm saying
Oh,
in
in
Australia.
Australia, you're saying. Okay, yes, that makes sense. Yeah, they've won in Australia for a long time. A decent tour, apart from the ODI matches, I think. But to put things in context, in T20, any team can beat anyone in any venue. Home advantage is not such a big role in the T20 format. So, and I expected West Indies to win a match in this tour, in a white ball match. The only big surprise is tours they won a red ball match. They won a test match. That was a big surprise, but they're a good T20 team. They're on the uprise again. I definitely thought at the beginning of the 2020s decade that West Indies would rise again in T20 cricket. I think they're doing that, and they won a T20 series against England, a five-match series. Now they have defeated Australia and Australia. So they're going to be a huge contender at the T20 World Cup, and they've shown it today. For Australia, a bit disappointing today. A bit of an off day with both ball and bat. They wasted a good position with a good start with both the ball and the bat. I mean, they had West Indies at 79 for 5, but they let them get to 220. With the bat, to be very honest, they got a good start, but that was only because of David Warner. Warner, only David Warner and Tim David played well in the team. The others were not up to the mark. So you can't just have two good batsmen in a chase of 221 and expect to do it. So they have failed. That's it. So this was a bad day for Australia, unfortunately.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so Rahul, we have to say that in previous two matches, why you are win the toss and choose to bowl it better. You bat first and try to win the series in Australia.
Yeah, they could have tried to bat first. Who knows? But it's all hindsight. To be frank, when most of these wickets have been flat wickets, these have been batting friendly wickets for these T20 matches. So Australia could have chased it down. If West Indies scored 200 in both those games, also Australia would have chased it, to be very frank. So it's all hindsight. West Indies has a good enough batting lineup to make big run chases. So it's just down to their batting. You can't really blame the toss or the choosing to bowl first or anything, because generally on a flat wicket, chasing is good. If your bowlers give away too many runs and put the match out of reach for you, there's nothing the batting can do. No matter how well you do with the bat, you can't chase down the target.
Okay. Yeah, so finally a historical win for West Indies team. But Rahul, be frank, before the series, do you think that West Indies will defeat it like this? Could you
Mm,
imagine?
No, I didn't think West Indies would win this easily. I expected more fight from Australia. That's the only thing a little bit surprising, how Australia did not show much fight in this game, and they lost. They lost only 5 wickets in the match today, but they only scored 183. That is a surprising thing.
Yeah, you can say that Michel Marsh doing some experiment coming in an opening combination. I think English can play because this is a home ground of English where he plays a big bash for Perth Scorchers. So you can say that if English was there, maybe result will be different. Maybe.
Uh, yeah, English needed to put in a better performance. Sorry, English. Sorry, he wasn't playing
In
today.
as
Yeah,
a
it was
opener.
Mitchell Marsh. Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah, English would have done a better job today had he played, but that didn't happen, unfortunately. So
yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about David Warner, his last T20 international game in Australia, because after T20 World Cup he is going to retire. But what a day for David Warner. 3,000 international runs and second number after Aaron Finch. He is the second highest run getter for Australia in T20 international.
to be
Okay,
frank,
Krishna. Yeah. Yes, Rahul.
is today Warner's last T20 match that I'm confused about?
Today, last match in Australia means he
Oh,
will
last
play
match in
T20 World Cup
Australia, because he did make an announcement, no, saying that he's going to retire after this match. This would be his
after
last
T20 World Cup. His last
after
match in
T.
home ground. After T20 World Cup, he will be completely retired.
Okay, so yeah, that makes a little more sense. It wouldn't make sense for him to retire before a T20, just before the T20 World Cup, having come back. Anyway, he's in the
As a
squad for
home
the New
ground.
Zealand tour.
Yeah. As a home ground, this is last man. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. He's finished on a good note then, although the team didn't win. David Warner has finished the his home matches on a good note, scoring 83 off 49 balls. Thank you, Alok. I'm happy to be back. So uh, Warner has finished off on a good note at home. Now he has to try and do well in the New Zealand tour, and then it's IPL now. Then after that, it's all IPL, because Australia will be playing two test matches after that. Warner is not part of test match cricket anymore. So now all the focus is on T20 cricket, and hopefully uh, Warner will be back to form there, and we can see him do well at the T20 World Cup. There would be no better farewell for David Warner than winning the T20 World Cup. I mean, Australia is already holders of the World Test Championship and the ODI World Cup, so would be a dream retirement for Warner, retiring as Test, ODI, and T20 champion. That would be a huge dream for him. But let's see what happens. I think it's a little too early to say. Australia, by the looks of their full strength team not being able to reach a semi final at a home T20 World Cup, I'm not sure how well they will do fare in the T20 World Cup in the West Indies. That is the big doubt for me.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Krishna, how you sum up the T20 career of David Warner for Australia?
Means yeah, he's one of the legend openers of Australia. Means if he's always contributed with the bat in bilateral series and in the World Cup also. If you remember, he was the player of the tournament in 2021. He started well in 2021 in that World Cup as well, and he was given the player of the tournament in that UAE World Cup. So which happened in UAE. So, and he already won a T20 World Cup in that. So, if Australia can win second time in this T20 World Cup, so it will be a dream end of Warner's career in international cricket. And he's performing very dangerously. He's attacking every ball from ball one. So he's looking in great form. And for Delhi Capitals also, it is a great news that he's performing well, so that he can perform well in IPL as well. So, and in international cricket, he has always performed when it mattered. Means if you in bilaterals or in ICC
World
tournaments,
Cup.
yeah, World Cup, he has always scored runs. Um he hasn't failed anything. Means he hasn't failed in any World Cups. So in T20 especially, 3,000 runs making is a great achievement. Players have done it before, like Babar, Kohli. They have already reached that achievement. So Warner also in that club is a great exclusion. So um, and scoring 3,000 runs in T20s is not that easy, because
Yeah,
in
not a cup
T20s,
of tea.
Yes, exactly. It's because you get only 20 overs of game, and you have to make hundreds. He has only 100 in T20 international careers, and still he made 3,000 runs. So, uh, and he has achieved everything. So his career is over and he's taking retirement. That is great decision, because he also told that new players should come, new talented players from BBL, and they should open for Australia. So that will give some excitement for every fan. So that new players will come and they will play for their country. So Warner has already played so many games. His 100 game was also there in T20 game. So he scored magnificent 80s, 80s, I think he scored. So
Yes.
he's achieved everything. So if he wins this West Indies in West Indies World Cup, if he wins that, so it will be a dream come true for him and Australian team, because uh, no team has achieved back to back ICC trophies like what Australia has achieved. So if he can contribute in that World Cup and win it for Australia, so it will be um, great ending to his career.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so Alok is saying that he wins the IPL also. Yes, David Warner has won IPL under his captaincy, Sunrise
Yeah.
Hyderabad. So yeah, he will continue the playing T20, I guess, T20 all over the world up to maybe 1 or 2 years, you can say.
And he
Perhaps.
Okay,
was there in Dubai Capitals also, right? He was there in
yes,
Dubai
yes.
Capitals
Of course,
also.
David
Uh,
Warner's 37. He might. I'm not saying he will, but MS Dhoni. He's been in franchise cricket for I think 4 years after his retirement. This will be perhaps his fourth year after retiring from international cricket. Warner might also go on that long because what happens is, but I don't know how long Warner will go on. Maybe it might be like you said, Kunal, 1 or 2 years, because you have to consider that David Warner, unlike Dhoni, he's playing multiple franchise tournaments. He's not playing only the IPL, and franchise tournaments happen all around the year, so he won't get too much breaks. Dhoni plays only the IPL for 2 months per year, so he has enough break. He has 10 months break. So maybe Warner will probably be play for 1 or 2 more years before retiring. It's quite an achievement that Kyron Pollard is still playing franchise cricket. I mean, he's playing franchise tournaments around the world. But let's see when Kyron Pollard will retire as well. Um, we have to see that when you're playing multiple franchise leagues, though, when franchise leagues are happening around the world, it's not like you get more time with family. Actually, that is a bit of a myth, because you're playing franchise tournaments all over the world. You'll be playing year round, just like international cricket. You'll be playing year round, so it's not exactly true that you get to spend more time with your family if you play franchise cricket or over international. The only difference is you'll make more money. That's why he will play.
Okay. Okay, now let's check some comment also. So Rahul Alok is saying BCCI, yeah, of course, means a big decision that BCCI has taken, and they will implement also, means a player who will play 3 4 domestic games will be eligible to play IPL. Most probably they will do it by day or tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Rahul, I think this is a good decision. Means now you have focus on domestic cricket, especially when Virat Kohli is not available, Shreyas Iyer not available. Your middle order is looking inexperienced. Now you are thinking that we should focus on domestic cricket also apart from IPL.
It
So good
shouldn't
decision.
see. I'll say this, it shouldn't be a criteria just for IPL. It should be criteria for international cricket also. I mean, what I don't know what is the rule. If this rule applies only for those who are not playing international cricket or not, or does it apply for international cricketers also? That is my doubt. Because to be very honest, if you're an international cricketer, you'll be playing international cricket year round. You can't exactly play domestic matches. Like, for example, during 50 over World Cup, Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy happened and Vijay Hazare Trophy happened soon after that. I mean, like, both of those were happening around that 50 over World Cup time, and there was international cricket also after that. So you can't. It's I'm not sure if they will expect this from international cricketers or not. Are you aware of how that rule works, Kunal? I'm not exactly sure, but I think this is a good rule. I mean, if we're looking at IPL, yeah, this will help. I think this is probably the motivation the cricketers need to play domestic cricket. Like only if you play these domestic matches, you can play the IPL. Maybe three is a little bit less. Maybe five, I would say, but it depends. If you're a
If you are
domestic
playing 5 day game, then three is okay. If you are playing,
Yeah, if you're playing 5 day game, another thing is no. See, it depends on what type of. If the cricketer is not playing international cricket, then they have enough time to play domestic cricket. You see, domestic cricket doesn't happen exactly year round in India. I think June, July, August is when there is a break in domestic cricket. That time, state-based T20 leagues are happening during June, July, August, September. That time, usually the domestic calendar will be same as India's home calendar, October to March. And between October and March, only the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, Vijay Hazare Trophy, and the Ranji Trophy take place. I think there's also like Irani Cup, Duleep Trophy. Those
yeah.
competitions as well happen within this window. If you're a domestic cricketer, you're only playing 6 months a year, basically. You should be playing in most of the matches. You should actually BCCI's criteria. I'd say it's a good criteria, a good start, but maybe the criteria should be you should not miss more than such and such matches. I would probably reframe it in that way, but fine. BCCI has put in some kind of policy to make players give focus to domestic cricket. That is fine. That's a good start.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So Alok is saying that this is not good that Deepak Char, Krunal Pandya, Ishan Kishan don't play Ranji. They have ego and they are just playing for IPL. They are doing preparation for IPL. Uh, so they are not like Sachin and Brian
Deepak
Lara
Chahar,
who
to
plays.
be frank, I will say this even as a CSK fan, I've seen during IPL itself, Deepak Chahar is not fit. During IPL itself, Deepak Chahar, although he did well with the new ball when he came on to bowl last year. He did very well. I'll agree when he plays. He's been doing well. He's been very good for CSK with the new ball, but he's not fit most of the season. Almost every season, he's having some injury issues. He's missing out and all this. So uh, uh, he's not reliable. You can't, no matter how well he does in the IPL. If I'm an Indian team selector, I will not pick him because I know he will get injured. He's not reliable. He will get injured when I need him most. I cannot, if I'm a selector, I cannot pick such a player like Deepak Chair. It doesn't matter how good you are. And then, as far as Ishan Kishan is concerned, I want to say this: Ishan Kishan chooses not to play. He chooses to play whenever he wants. Even after 2 months of not playing, I think uh, he played the first two matches of the World Cup for India. Between that and the Test match series, he didn't play any matches. I don't remember him playing any matches. Maybe he played a few here and there, but most of the time he was not playing cricket at all. And then just before the Test match series, he says he's not going to play because of mental health issues. Now, I'm not faulting him, saying that you shouldn't have mental health issues or you shouldn't or what to say pull out for such reasons, but if you're going to do that, then you have to expect that you won't be favored for selection thereafter. Whether it was a good reason you pulled out of the series or it was a bad reason, you can't expect to be favored for selection if you're not going to make yourself available and there are other options in the team. So the team management will say we have to find somebody else. After all, yeah, Ishan Kishan is not the only wicket keeper who can keep wickets for India. There's Dhruv Jurel, there's Jitesh Sharma giving competition. There's Sanju Samson as well, if you consider ODI cricket. Then there is Rishabh Pant, who is coming back from injury. So if you're not taking the chance to play in the absence of Rishabh Pant, if we're talking about Test match cricket, if you're not taking the chance to play Test match cricket in the absence of Rishabh Pant, you're not going to be favored for selection. Just you wait. Ishan Kishan will become irrelevant in Test cricket once Rishabh Pant is back. Even this KS Bharat, who is right now playing for India, his career will be over once Rishabh Pant is back. So I think the team management has done the right thing by moving on from Ishan Kishan.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so Alok is saying one more thing that Alok has saying that
And of
Australia.
course, the Pandya brothers, I want to make a comment on the Pandya brothers. Hardik Pandya, to be frank, as much as we speak negatively of Rohit Sharma, I'm pretty sure Hardik Pandya will not be any better. Hardik Pandya is also injury prone. He gets injured very often, has too much attitude and all this, full of himself, full of ego. So he will not be a great captain. He's already not been a great captain. He got exposed in West Indies last year. Remember during summer when we lost a T20 series in West Indies under Hardik's captaincy. Krunal Pandya, I think the less said, the better. I will just say he shouldn't be anywhere near the Indian cricket team. He doesn't deserve it, to be frank.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now Alok is saying that very fear from Australia, of course, means the coming recent Sunday under 19 Australian team win the match. But Rahul, we have to say, Krishna, you should also agree with me that system of Australia is really great. Means India is very rich, so much money, so much players, Ranji players. Means we can make a 3 4 playing 11s, but the system of Australia in cricket especially is really great. That's why they have so many trophies. Over to you, Rahul. What do you want to say about cricket Australia management?
Yes, they manage their cricketers very well, and they always have a line of succession. Some maybe temporarily the results will go down, but they will have players to take it over and win them trophies again. Australia, I think the late 2010s and early 20 sorry late 2000s and early 2010s, they were in a bit of a decline. Their results, they were not as dominant as before, but they came back and they won 2015 ODI World Cup, 2023 ODI World Cup. I mean, we talk a lot about Australia winning three consecutive ones from 1919 to 2007, but they picked it up again and they won 2015, 2023 ODI World Cup. They won the World Test Championship. They won the T20 World Cup. So they've won all the major and trophies. Of course, in under 19 World Cup, the story is a little bit different. There, India has done better than Australia. We won five. Australia still has four, but Australia can catch up to us quickly. Australia still is the second most successful, and if we take overall ICC trophies, senior and junior into account, Australia is way ahead of everyone else. They have 14. India's second place with 10 of them. So they have a really great system. They know how to bring up their players and they really know how to groom them. Team India, unfortunately, we have a lot of players, we have a lot of talent, and but that is what is keeping India, in contention for winning trophies. If you look at Team India's management, not that great, not too much worth talking about. I think one of the biggest weaknesses is the hero worship culture in India, where
Yeah,
a certain select group of players get worshipped too much. They are treated like God, and once that happens, even when they are past their prime, they will keep on getting defended, and the selectors will not have the guts to drop them. One exception was under MS Dhoni, to be frank. Under MS Dhoni, don't you remember Dhoni had the guts to drop senior players in pursuit of winning trophies. We saw that 2007 T20 World Cup. So many seniors, they took rest. We went on to win the T20 World Cup. Before 2013 Champions Trophy, Dhoni made big changes. We went on to win the Champions Trophy. Now the question is, I think, will we move on from Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli quickly? If we don't, we're going to continue losing trophies. They may be very good players, but in the few right now we cannot win trophies with them in the team. We cannot definitely cannot win the T20 World Cup with them in the team. We have to move on from them. We have to be able to move on from senior players. This is one big difference between Australia and India. is that Australians are able to move beyond their senior players. They don't keep players in the team just because of their status. If you perform well, you stay in the team. If you don't perform well for a good amount of time, you will be dropped. You will face the axe. That is how Australian cricket works.
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah. So this comment from Alok. Alok is saying that he has heard that Ishan
And
Kishan has withdrawn
Australia
his.
and Kunal
Yes.
Bhai, Australia also have a champion mentality type of. If you see their players also, they are means not only the coach means inside also they have the champion mentality because they have won many ICC tournaments before. They know how to win ICC tournaments ahead also. If you see in 2015, every player who played in 2023 World Cup was part of the 2015 World Cup apart from Marnus. Marnus didn't play that 2015 World Cup, but still they have the champion mentality inside to how to win big games, which India is lacking it in knockout stages. So India has to learn from Australia how to win in knockout stages and in crucial games. You should not play any loose shots um, in knockouts and get out. So uh, and Australia doesn't play any loose shots in knockout stages. They are very careful. They play very carefully in knockout games. They know how to win big games in knockout stages. So that's why they have so many trophies in their cabinet. And why other teams can't win? Like in means if you see other teams like Bangladesh, then Sri Lanka, then there are many South Africa, New Zealand. They don't have so much ICT trophies like Australia because is their nature, is their culture. In sporting era also they have so many legends who have already retired from Australia cricket and they have already see Michael Clark, Ricky Ponting, then McGrath. They are all achieved many things in cricket and which other teams are lacking in international cricket. That's why I don't know why other teams can't win ICC trophies like Australia do. You also have to make a champion in their mind and play knockouts and wins. I don't know why other team chokes in knockout stages. Why only Australia dominates. So they have to improve their cricketing culture in knockout stages and big games. I feel.
Yeah, I think one of the big reasons in India is first you are adding politics in cricket. Whenever
This is not just the case with India. Some of the things we say about India are true and perhaps possibly worse when it comes to Pakistan cricket, Sri Lankan cricket, and Bangladesh cricket. Some of the things are worse. In fact, in South Asia, politics is part of cricket. There's no celebrating politics between us, between our countries, gets in the way of cricket. Politics within our countries, within each country individually, also gets in the way of cricket. This is the reality in subcontinent cricket. Whether you're in India, whether you're in Pakistan, whether you're in Sri Lanka, whether you're in Bangladesh, this is always the case. But of course, for Pakistan, last 10 years has been very rough. Their team in 2000s was very good, but not champion uh, mentality. The 1990s team of Pakistan was very good, and they won the 1992 World Cup. That Pakistan team was very good, as well as Sri Lankan team in 1990s, very good. They won 1996 that World Cup. But then in 2000s, Sri Lanka and Pakistan were decent teams, but Australia was too dominant in that era. So you can't really blame the other teams there for not winning the trophies. If they teams felt like they won the World Cup, if they even reached the final to play Australia, that's how it cricket was in the 2000s. Then 2010s, Pakistan declined for a very obvious reason, and that is because cricket was not being played in Pakistan. That is a very big reason why Pakistan cricket declined a bit. Now they're slowly improving again, but still, it takes a little bit of time. They are definitely not up to that level of winning a championship. It was a big surprise that they won the 2009 T20 World Cup and 2017 Champions Trophy. They've had their moments, but without a home ground, it's very difficult. Same reason Afghanistan is struggling a bit now. They will also take time to come up. Sri Lanka deteriorated for some reason in the 2010s. I think once a lot of their legends, 2000s legends retired, they've not been the same team since. And then Bangladesh, forever they have been minnows in cricket. Let's be very honest. They've not really improved, shown too much improvement in cricket. Much. The day will not come. The day will not be far where Afghanistan and Nepal become better teams than Bangladesh. I will not be surprised.
Yeah,
And
yeah, of
India
course.
right now, we've been the only Asian team that's really been title contenders in every tournament since the 2010s. But we've been choking in knockouts. We come to the knockouts, we're not able to. I mean, if you notice, Australia doesn't has lost a lot of bilateral series to India since 2010s. They've lost a lot of bilateral series, but it doesn't matter. They won the big trophies. We are still living in 2021 with that GABA win, and still celebrating that like it happened yesterday. The fact that we are still holding on to that shows that how far we have gone down since 2021. Indian, if we say Pakistan and Sri Lankan cricket declined in 2010s, we can, I think in 2020s right now Indian cricket is in a decline. It's I fair to say that maybe not as bad as Pakistan or Sri Lanka, or like as bad as West Indies, not at that level yet, but decline is there, and we cannot be in denial of that. Coming to the under 19 World Cup loss, I think let's not be too harsh on the under 19 team, to be frank, because was our fifth consecutive World Cup final, and out of the previous four, we won two of them, and we have the most under 19 World Cups. So our juniors have shown our seniors how to win trophies. We shouldn't really be criticizing our junior team for not winning the title. If the senior team loses, I will be more critical of that, because we haven't won it for 10 years, in spite of reaching the knockouts every time. We missed the knockouts only once since our last trophy in 2013, but we've not been winning it. So seniors can be criticized for not winning the trophy. I won't be too harsh on the under 19 team for not winning it.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Okay, so Alok is saying that Australian players are very positive. They are not of defensive mindset, no so much expectation. Other teams are just because of so many expectation, they have not done performance so far. Yeah, you can say positive mindset of Australia. That's why they have now, Rahul, they have 30 trophies, including under
Yeah.
19. 30.
Yeah,
Wow.
very big achievement. But this shows Australia has a good future in the game. They will never decline so badly,
Actually,
because
their system of cricket is great, in
not
despite
just
of
the system of
population.
cricket. You see, the system of sports itself is great in Australia. Sports is ingrained into their culture. In Indian cricket, actually, not just Indian cricket, in sports, India lacks a sporting culture. India is good at cricket. Can you say India is good at any other sport in the world, like on the level of winning the title? FIFA World Cup, for example, that's the biggest sporting event in the world after the Olympics. Does India even qualify for the FIFA World Cup? First of all, no. We don't even in FIFA World Cup. India is not even qualifying. Hockey, once upon a time, India was good. Now we are just hoping we'll qualify for the hockey World Cup. Now you never hear of Indian hockey. Maybe I think in one or two states. I think in Odisha, hockey is popular. Other than that, hockey is not popular anywhere else in India. Football popular in Kerala, popular in West Bengal, but apart from that, not popular anywhere else. But there is no sporting culture. Even if you take cricket, which is, for all practical purpose, that is the national sport of India. Although officially it's hockey, cricket is the national sport of India in practical purposes. But cricket is not part of the education system exactly in
Yeah,
India. In Australia, you see sports is part of the educational system. Learning to play all the different sports is as essential as learning maths, physics, or chemistry. That is how they treat sports. In India, it's not treated like that. In India, when somebody wants to be a sports person, you will they will immediately be put down, saying they're not serious about studies.
Yeah,
That's what will happen, because
but now
India,
time has changed. But Rahul,
time
now
has
time has.
changed. I mean, the only freedom, the time parents will accept their kids being in a sport is if it's cricket, maybe. But
Yeah,
if it's
cricket,
other
only
sport,
cricket.
they will say, "Why do you want to do that? You become a doctor or an engineer. Why become that thing?" We don't encourage them. As a matter of fact, who's that javelin Neeraj Chopra won the gold medal in javelin throw last time in 2021 Olympics in Tokyo. But in, are they going to promote track and field or javelin much? Javelin throwing hasn't really been promoted much even after that. Neeraj Chopra has gotten more endorsements and more ads, but other than that, other sports don't really get too developed in India. I mean, some money is being invested, but still it's lagging. Still a long way to go.
Yeah, okay, okay. Okay, yeah, Look is saying that Australia is champion in football also. Okay. Yeah, I mean football, I think India has so many years. You can say it
Yeah,
may
well,
take up to
see,
40, 50
Australia
years.
is not exactly the champion of anything in football, to be honest. In Asia Cup in football recently finished, and Australia lost, I think, like in quarterfinals or round of 16, one of those two. But they go deep in the tournaments. FIFA World Cup, Australia always, they may not be title contenders. They may not even come to round of 16 in FIFA World Cup, but every time they qualify for the FIFA World Cup, at least they qualify very comfortably for the FIFA World Cup. And they're one of the best teams in Asia. I mean, Australia participates as an Asian team in football, for those of you who don't know. But they qualify easily for the FIFA World Cup under the quota of Asian teams. And they're fairly competitive in the FIFA World Cup. In fact, almost they gave competition to Argentina last time in the FIFA World Cup, almost drawing the match. So they are not an easy team to beat. They give good competition in the FIFA World Cup. Even in sports where they are not the number one team, they'll be very competitive. They will not just fall. They won't be like a Kenya or Zimbabwe in cricket, like that. They will always be competitive, even in sports where they are not good. Even in cricket, you see when Australia has a third string or second string team, they don't just roll over, they give a fight. Still, I remember 2019, they played an ODI series in India with a second string team, and they came back from 2-0 down and won the series. So they're capable of that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Alok also agree with it. So, guys, now,
And 2019 series captain was Aaron Finch, right? And
Yeah,
Peter
yes,
Aaron
Hanscom was
Finch.
playing.
Yeah, Aaron Finch has done very good. I having come said that, Australian team, this the team with the Stark, Cummins, and Hazelwood, Steve Smith, Marnus Labuschagne, they're not exactly T20 team. This team doesn't strike you as a T20 team, but they still won a World Cup in the T20 format. So that is something incredible. They're very good at Test and ODI, but you didn't expect them to win in T20. They won a T20 World Cup, and that too in UAE.
yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, so we have talked about South Africa versus New Zealand also. But Rahul, your take on this? Under the captaincy of Team Saudi, Rashid Ravinder giving a proper role of Michel Santner, putting Michel Santner out of the playing 11, giving opportunity to Rashid Ravinder, 3 wickets from him, and 3 big wickets means you have to say the 3 wickets of experienced test player in a present squad. If I talk about South Africa team, all the 3 wickets he has taken, who has some experience of 6, 7, 8 matches. So, what you have take on Rashid Ravinder performance and the captaincy of Team Saudi, Rahul?
A great captaincy from Tim Saudi. He's a very good leader. I felt though that New Zealand was a little bit flat in the final session. They did not really go for the kill, because you had South Africa at 100 for 5, and you kind of let them
Yeah.
get away to 220 for 6. But credit to who's that player who scored half century? I forgot. Yeah, Ruan Diswat played a good knock, 55 not out, helped South Africa get through to stumps. Bedingham was played an okay innings. Von Berg also, Sean Von Berg
I
played
think
a
two, three
good innings.
batsmen getting good start, but they don't able to capitalize it.
Yes, that's been the problem for South Africa in this innings, but still a decent effort. They got to 220 for six on the first day on a wicket that's not very easy to bat on. It was not such an easy wicket. It was giving help to the pace bowlers a lot, and a good job from Rachin Ravindra as well, because the pitch was not really helping his type of bowling, but he got 3 wickets on that pitch. So
And most probably five for tomorrow. Most
yeah,
probably.
yeah, he can get a five for tomorrow. This pitch, from what I'm hearing, is likely to break up. It's going to take spin as the match goes on. Hamilton is generally one of the more spin-friendly venues in New Zealand, by my understanding, and I think this is also something for India to take note of. Just remember, New Zealand is going to tour India in October, November. That's a long time away. I agree, but Rachin Ravindra can be a handful over there, and you never know. Ajaz Patel also will partner up with him, and they can. If we don't pull our socks up, they can give us trouble. You look at what's going on in this series right now. The bowling attack with Ravichandran Ashwin, Kuldeep Yadav is being outbowled by England's novice bowling lineup. England's
Yeah.
novice spin bowling lineup is out bowling experienced campaigners like Ravichandran Ashwin and Kuldeep Yadav. That is a bit of a worry, and kind of shows that our batsmen are not confident against spin when we are struggling against a lot of these newbies.
Yeah, yeah, of course. So we will have a definitely talk about that tomorrow. We will talk about India versus England. What type of playing 11 should be there? What type of updates is there? But as of now, there is update that Sarfaraz and Dhruv Jurel might be get a call up. We will get a debut in the match. So that is really great thing. So let's see how things will goes on. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you, Alok.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Harshit, for your support, guys. Just subscribe KFCS and Sportsbet. See you tomorrow with a preview of India versus England third test match. Till then, thank you very
All right.
much. Goodbye and good night.
Good night.